Hey guys, it's Cerulean Jake bringing to you week 2 of the season 3 VGC Pals Draft League. Today we are going against Fair with his team More Better. And he's got a pretty damn good team to back that statement up. He started things off with Charizard Y, and don't ask me how we managed to let Charizard Y get all the way to the final person in the draft, but we did. So that's what we're dealing with today. We got Charizard Y as well as what seems to be pretty much just balance. He's got a whole lot of members that do a whole lot of different things and just cover different weaknesses. Particularly his next best partner is Sylveon, and I'm pretty hyped up about that because Sylveon just doesn't really do super well into my team. So if he brings it, then I think we're going to be pretty well advantaged, but the big likelihood is that he won't bring it. More likely, we're going to be seeing the Basculegion, and even though it's not the male Basculegion, it is still set up to do a lot of damage, and there's no real way for me to know what he's going to use since it can go physical, special, or a mix of both. So that's going to be a little hard to deal with. He's also got a few other threats. He can intimidate us with Tauros. Thankfully, it's not one of the stronger ones, but it is still an intimidate. And he's overall, I'll just leave it at this. He's got some interesting picks that might be difficult to struggle with. The last thing I will mention is that Lycanroc. It is his kill leader, and he has been able to make good use of it. And in my practice, Lycanroc has been an issue, particularly with Accelerock. So we are going to be on the lookout for that. And how are we going to deal with it? Well, let's get to the team builder and find out. Starting things off, we have Mega Lopunny. Obviously, this is going to be a huge member of our team going forward. Now, I will say originally, counter to what you may be imagining would be good into a Charizard Y team, I really did consider bringing Mega Skarmory. Now, it's a huge risk because if he hits us with any of his fire moves, then we are just done for. However, Mega Skarmory does have a better speed tier than Charizard Y by 10 points. So, realistically speaking, he's not going to be able to outspeed us. Well, until you introduce Whimsicott and Tailwind, and that's where things begin to fall apart. Sure, we're threatening a good Oko on the non-tanky variants of Charizard with Rock Slide, but then he's outspeeding us and one-shotting us, and if he goes bulky, I think he might live it. So, yeah, that plan starts to fall apart, which is why we need Lopunny. Now, Fake Out is going to make some room for us to be able to set up with some of our other Pokemon, as well as just generally speaking, it is a strong move to use. I'm going to skip over the elephant in the room. We'll talk about that in a minute. Close Combat is our typical source of damage, what we're trying to use here. Against most things that are just general. We also have Triple Axle. He does have a Dragonite on his team, so Triple Axle is going to do a lot of damage into that. This also allows us to do some meaningful damage to Whimsicott without having to be punished for it. So overall, pretty damn good into his team. And then finally, like I said, the elephant in the room, Giga Impact. What the hell are you running this for? Well, I don't really want to spoil it because I think it'd be funnier if we can get it to happen. But this is a team builder, and that's what this is for, so I will go ahead and spoil what's going on. Giga Impact, there is no world where a Charizard can live this. I mean, maybe if he full invests into HP and defense, then maybe. I didn't run the calc on that. But there's no Charizard that's going to go full HP, full defense. If he does, then he's shooting himself in the foot and will be perfectly fine to capitalize after that. So this is just going to explode his Charizard, and that is our plan on how to deal with it. We have a couple other ways to deal with Charizard as well, but this is the most consistent. The unfortunate part is that Giga Impact is only 90 accuracy, and that's a little rough. Our stat distribution is so that we outspeed everything minus a Tailwind, and we also have enough HP that it just lets us live some random hits that we shouldn't normally be living. So that's pretty nice. Everything else is just dumped into attack, and from there, we're good on Lopunny. Going over to Primarina. This is a pretty cool... this is a pretty typical Primarina set. Hyper Voice Moonblast, don't need to talk about it. We also have Haze. Now, what exactly is that for? He does have Mega Slowbro and Hisuian Gudra, which can be real threats if I let them be. Both of them are known for being able to do the Iron Defense Body Press sets, and while that doesn't really bother Primarina, because it's a special attacker, Slowbro specifically also comes equipped with Amnesia, and I have seen some builds where they go both Amnesia and Iron Defense just become completely unkillable, and with Shell Armor, you can't crit past it, so you just have to either do enough damage to kill them or die, which is why I brought Haze, so we just don't have to deal with that ever. Our stat distribution is such that we are speed tied with 2 of his very strong Pokemon. We are speed tied with Gudra Hisui, and we are speed tied with Sylveon. So I decided to invest 5 points into my speed. Normally, if people are doing a max set, then they'll just dump the leftover 2 stats in either of their defenses, or if they're naturally a bulky Pokemon that's full investing into HP and offense, then they might dump it into speed to outspeed any speed ties. Now, you might be saying, well, why not just run 3? Well, the idea is if he gets kind of the same idea and wants to speed creep the Primarina, this is just enough speed that I think that we'll win that speed war, and we're not over investing into speed, and we can keep a lot of the bulk and damage that we're going for. That's the idea behind Primarina, not much else to say there. Next up is Ceruledge. We are going the very hyper offensive set once again, except this time we're not full invested into speed, which I don't remember if we were or weren't in the last one. Point is, we're max HP, we got a good amount of physical attack, and then we have enough speed that the 60 speed tiers can never outspeed us. So we're faster than Sylveon, we're faster than Gudra. Other than that, our goal here is to just Swords Dance and our big damage, Bitter Blade, Poltergeist, and then Shadow Sneak actually lets us check threats such as Basculegion. We do not get the kill because Basculegion has a crazy amount of HP, something akin to 120, I believe. It's a lot of HP. We don't threaten an Oko, but we do threaten a ton of damage with a single Shadow Sneak, and that should be good enough. We, of course, have the Flash Fire this time instead of the Weak Armor because we are trying to eat up hits from the Charizard. If we are a Fire type with Flash Fire, the regular Charizard Y sets are just completely useless against us. So that's pretty good. That's what we want to go with. We do not want to give them the chance to really deal any meaningful damage to Ceruledge. Here's where Air Slash does come into play. He could run Air Slash for more consistent damage. I do believe that is a good possibility. But regardless, even if he does, it's not going to do nearly as much damage as if we weren't a Fire type and we're just eating a Weather Ball. So I think we are good on that front. Next up is the Meowstic. This is, of course, our Mega Meowstic, but we won't be megaing it as per usual. This is pretty much the exact same set as last week, and I think what you're finding as we continue through the team is that we're actually using the exact same team as last week. Just a little bit of a spoiler there, but that's okay. Let's just continue covering the set. It's Psychic and Fake Out once again, but this time we have traded out Sunny Day for Rain Dance, so we can take away his Sunny Day through the Charizard Drought. And then we also have Thunder Wave, and that is that is allowing us to continue fighting the Speed War even after Tailwind goes up. I really considered bringing Volcarona to this. It could have worked. I didn't test it thoroughly, but I do think that Volcarona could have worked, and we could have tried to fight the Tailwind War. But I think that this is just easier because it kind of compacts all of our roles into a single Pokemon. We get to go Rain Dance and keep the weather in our favor. We get to go Thunder Wave and still fight the Speed War. overall, I think it's a pretty good selection here. I like Meowstic for this. That's why we're running him. Next up, we have the Mamoswine. This is the exact same set, minus 1 move. We are not Superpower anymore. We are Rock Slide, so we can possibly hit that Charizard if it is being a menace. We also switch to Oblivious, just in case he brings the Tauros with the intention of intimidating us, since our team is very, very focused on physical attacks. Is the Choice Scarf set, and nothing else to say there. Mamoswine. Finally, we have Aegislash. We are full invested into HP and attack. Pretty straightforward. We don't really need speed since our primary source of attacking is going to be Shadow Sneak. And if we are choosing Iron Head and Sacred Sword, then we're wanting to hide behind our shield as much as possible anyway, because we're just going to click King Shield first, and then we can eat a hit while our defenses are sky high. That's the idea. We just want to be slow, let them hit us, then we come out of shield form and attack them. Shadow Sneak obviously lets us threaten everything that would be faster than us, especially that Basculegion. We hit the Basculegion for super effective damage. Everything else, we can just do pretty good damage and outspeed them. Iron Head is for the potential that if Sylveon comes, then that would be good for it. And it's also pretty good for Lycanroc. Though in Lycanroc's case, I believe it gets things like Sucker Punch and stuff like that. So, I mean, we're not wanting to take a ton of hits from that thing. I think that Shadow Sneak is probably going to be the way that we're going. I know that it outspeeds us, so Sucker Punch would still work. But, I mean, it's basically if we're threatening a hit on it, if we are threatening a hit on it and it needs to hit our partner and not the Aegislash, then we can go for the Shadow Sneak and we can snipe a kill before it can hit us. Finally, the Sacred Sword is a backup just in case the Goodra Hisui gets out of control. It can do the body press stuff all at once. It can set up the iron defense. It's not going to be able to hit us with it's not going to be able to hit us with body press since we're a ghost type, and the heavy slams that it usually goes for will also be completely useless. And that is assuming that it even goes for that set. I also know that Goodra is known for going for a lot of coverage stuff and special attacks, so we'll see what happens. But the Sacred Sword is just going to ignore all of that. It will just hop right past any stat changes. So we don't care if you set up Iron Defense, we're going to hit you for the same damage always. Not a ton of damage, but it's something. That is the team. If I back out, you can see my items. I am Akaberry on the Aegislash. We got a focus on Ceruledge and Citrus on the Primarina. I mentioned the Choice Scarf already. That's what we're rolling with. So, let's see how the battle goes. All right, we are in the room and just waiting for him to join. I guess I should have waited until after I got my drink to say that we're back, but here we go. Let's take a look at what he's got. Okay, he brought the Sylveon, which is kind of crazy. But he also brought the Goodra, which I think we're ready for. I'm pretty confident in beating. There are a couple, like everything else, we were pretty confident he was going to bring. There's the Sylveon, the Goodra, that's kind of taking me by surprise here. So I really just want to take things normal here. We're going to bring the Primarina, of course, because Prim just does super well into everything. The question is who our fourth Pokemon's going to be. We have the option. Weirdly enough, I'm coming to this conclusion way late. I feel like Swords Dance is just not the correct call on Ceruledge, but it's okay. We got what we got. I think that Aegis is our best final pick because of those three picks that we're struggling with, Aegis does the most to deal with them. Okay, so let's go ahead and... No Gliscor. That is a Sylveon. Let's add that. Just assume it's the regular set. We actually have Sylveon on board right now. Okay. But we are in front of a Whimsicott, so we do need to take care of this thing. So what I want to do is I would like to go ahead and See, I just don't know the set, which is the thing. I can Mega, and I think I will. You know what? I won't. We're going to fake out the Whimsy. And we're going to Bitter Blade straight into it as well. Damn, he does have Protect. Okay. Is he going to double Protect? Because that would be perfect for me. He's not. Okay, so he goes straight for a Hyper Voice, I assume. Yes. Okay, so I mean, this is going to be the Encore coming in. We don't want to get Encore into Fake Out, so we're going to switch. Aegislash is a very safe switch here. We're just going to go for the Bitter Blade again, because you cannot protect that. Let's go ahead and get your Goodra put in here. VGC. I mean, I don't want to assume anything about it other than max HP, so we'll just do that. There's Tailwind. Another Hyper Voice comes out. We're going to heal most of that off by the Bitter Blade. What item do you have? You're not Akka. Looks like... Okay, so you're not Focus Sash either. So do you... Yeah, I think I know where your Focus Sash is. Are you going to bring out Charizard here? Goodra. Okay. I mean, he could hit me with something weird like Surf. I don't think that he would. Like a Hydro Pump, maybe. Ooh. What do you learn? Could be like a ground move. Water. Get a bunch of water moves. Hydro Pump is one. We're gonna go for the super obvious Iron Head here, and I'm not feeling super threatened, so I'm gonna try to get an SD. Okay. We are protected, so you can't hit me with one single thing and kill me. You are T-Bolt. No para, which is nice, so we get an SD. Get into the Sylveon. I now want to make sure that Aegislash is going to be fine, and this is super, super telegraphed. I think that's okay. I now want a Bitter Blade here because it's going to do neutral damage. It's not as much damage as Poltergeist will do. Wait, really? Do I have something marked? Oh, Sun. I have Sun marked. Yeah, Poltergeist will do more, but not much more, and this is going to heal me. Assuming I get to hit. Super telegraphed, but I think that's fine. Hyper Voice comes out. Draco. I am also clocking that he's faster than my Ceruledge. I live that, which is super nice. Yeah, now you're low HP and you just Draco'd, so I'm like not scared of you at all. So my Cerulege is... Okay, so you're like... Timid... What's Timid 32? Timid 32 is still not fast enough. So what's... You're not Scarfed. Okay, I mean, that's awkward. That's really awkward, actually. Just gonna go for the sneak here. Gonna take the kill on that. Did I get slowed down by something and I didn't remember? Good. You're not Babiri, so interesting. That was a crit, though. Max HP against my Iron Head does live that, so that mattered. I mean, that makes game one super nice for us. A lot more locked in. I need to tell him he can't forfeit. Everyone always forgets that because you have to count differential. But hey, I'll just I'll tell Grizz, hey, please put that on Cerulege. Get more kills on Cerulege. See if I can add him and he'll see me. Yeah, did I get disconnected? Oh. Here we go. Just puts me right back in. That's super nice. I had no idea. All right, so I mean that worked out pretty well for us. We didn't even need to bring in Prim, so we had a very good. Lead there. We also know that the Whimsicott, it is not Focus Sash and it is Protect, so that is something we do need to bear in mind. Is probably Fairy Feather since that's what most people are running. Now, what does that mean for Sylveon? What is Sylveon running? I don't know. We do know that Goodra, specifically, is leftovers. We're going to save that. We also know it's super fast. Like, I don't know what the hell is up with that. Like, I just ran the calc. Did I lower my Cerulege's speed? Because 32 timid. He's not saying anything. But I don't know. He might just be taking a long time to pick. Okay, there we go. Yeah, 32 Timid puts him 1 point below Cerulege. He should not be able to outspeed whatsoever. So I need to see if my paste was correct. First, I need to see what I'm going to do about this. I think... Okay, I'll lead off with a Fake Out into the Zard because I don't want him clicking Weather Ball and just killing me. But he doesn't know I have Giga Impact, so, I mean, this is going to go nuts. Let's just go Poltergeist into the Lycanroc since we can't afford to eat a Rock-type move. Once I had my turn locked in, I should check my stats. Yeah, there's the protect. And then you protect that one too? You don't. Okay, so we just get the Fake Out. So that's super neat. But I think I still have to Giga Impact you to kill you, because Triple Axle doesn't do it, and it can miss. Why didn't you Mega? Do you have another Mega option? No. He just delayed it, I guess. Yeah, he just elected to delay it. So he can keep stun up for as long as he can. We hit. That's a kill. The animation for Giga Impact and Hyper Beam are just so comically stupid. Does he get it? Alright, we got it. Do we hit? Yes. Okay. And he's Focus Sash. So, I mean, he gets something in here for free. He's going to get Basky Legion in for free. I think he's going to Accelerock my Ceruledge. If he doesn't, then that's a huge mistake. And I'm going to get some serious damage on Bask. Ooh. So it doesn't kill, but I think he's in range of Sneak on Aegis now. Which is all we wanted. Now, do you have something that can kill Lopping? I know my buddy was running Psychic things. Ah, Close Combat. Yeah, that's going to do it. Okay, so this is still very winnable for him, even though I did nuke his Zard. Okay, so Sneak covers that, and I think that's what I want to do pretty much always. Goodra might be hard to kill, because we did lose our two best ways to deal with it. Okay. So, I mean, Hyper Voice feels super obvious here. Because I can cover him being faster with Sneak. Now, since I know what I'm doing here, stats. I'm 124 speed, which is exactly what's... What is his set? What is being miscalculated? Did he have Tailwind? He must have had Tailwind. I must have forgotten. I should have ran the calc on that first. Woo! Scary, scary. Yeah, Shadow Sneak does a lot less damage. Marina flinch. I think he might not have Accelerock, because he's Rock Slide and Close Combat. Sneak is doing 20% to Lycanroc. Well, okay, so he wouldn't want to Accelerock there anyway. I'm just saying that because he hasn't clicked it any other time. He does have Thunderbolt, we know that. That's not doing a bunch. Live. We do live. Dude, come on. Okay. I mean, Sacred Sword is doing the most damage. I think I want to protect here. Give him Thunderbolt. It's not doing a bunch to Aegis. Oh wait, on shield form. Go to blade form. I still live it if he goes Thunderbolt. If he goes Draco, then maybe not. Yeah, there we go. I'm just trying to make it to where he can't just focus everything on Aegis Slash. Okay, and I'm pretty sure Sneak locks that up. Sneak does... it is a roll. So I do need to risk the para if I want to go for the end this turn. He does protect, he goes for... I mean, going for lefty's heal is smart. Honestly, what I should have done, since I should have gone into shield form. That would have been smart. We do live that, though. You needed to go something else. But that's it. GG. Man, that was a stressful one. That was a very, very stressful one. Very good game. You definitely threw me off with that Goodra set. And I am interested to see what it is, because we discussed prior to this that we were going to do a post-game interview after this, because he is also recording his perspective. I think we're kind of just interviewing each other. So we'll see what happens. Gotta see if he's still up for it. I'm not sure if he has stuff that he needs to do, because his schedule has been crazy. But anyhow, awesome. We take a W in week 2. I will see you guys a little bit later. A couple seconds here.
Alright, doing a post-game interview. I shared my paste with Jake, and this is his paste. There's some funny stuff in here. The first thing that I wanted to bring up was the 5 speed stat in the Prim. Why did you choose 5?
So, the 5 speed stat was specifically because I believe your Goodra is also base 60, right? Mm-hmm. So the idea is, okay, you're doing your stats, you do like max HP, max special attack, or whatever you're gonna do, and then you're like, okay, well I'll just stick the other 2 into speed. And that'll let me outspeed Primarina. And I'm thinking, okay, well, I can afford to take a little bit away from my special attack, because Primarina, I'm not sure if you saw this during your prep, but Primarina is just goated into your whole team.
Yeah, I didn't notice that, yeah. That's why I led with the double fairy game 1, kind of expecting like the Prim lock lead.
Yeah. And
I was hoping to do either like Hyper Voice Moonblast or like Hyper Voice Tailwind.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just decided that, you know, I can afford to give up a little bit, so I'll just invest that into speed and make sure I am always outspeeding minus a Tailwind situation. Yeah.
And as you can see on my pace, I tried to speed creep you, but you just outspeed creeped me.
Yep.
Because my Sylveon is also the same speed stat as Goodra. And I just like thought like, oh, I want Sylveon to fire off hyper voices first, and then Goodra to sweep up after that. But
Gotcha.
yeah, it did not work. I was really surprised that Prim outsped me, but you just were on the same wavelength, just a couple ticks higher.
Well, it's that one thing. It's sort of in reverse. Back in the old days when you were allowed to not run your Pokemon at max level, people were running their Kyogres and Groudons one level below, or maybe 2 levels, maybe 3, just to make sure that their weather is the one that gets set.
Yeah, see, I'm not a veteran, so I just started this season. So
Gotcha.
The only thing I know is Terra, to be honest, in the new Mega format.
Yeah, I'm fairly new as well. I played a little bit in Sword and Shield. A lot of my knowledge on the past Pokemon stuff has been thanks to Wolf constantly talking about it.
Yeah, shout out Wolf. He's the goat.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then I think the next thing that I wanted to say was I had your 6 like completely called. I kind of assumed you were just gonna run the exact same ones, just from like looking at your team and thinking like, dude, Vanillix isn't doing anything, Volk isn't really good, and like Skarm. Like I thought maybe you'd bring one of them for Tailwind, but it just does really bad into my team, so I didn't think you'd bring either of them. And then Superior, like, is cool with like Leaf Storm spam, but I have too much stuff that resists grass, so I was like, he's probably just gonna run the exact same thing that the same 6 that he brought week 1, as well as Scarf Mammoth one. Yeah, I think I had this. The only thing that I didn't have was the Giga Impact, as far as like what I was prepping for. Yeah, even the Meowstic Rain Dance, like that was, I was expecting that as well, and was playing a little timid with the Charizard, I think because of that.
Yeah, I figured. I think I noted. I recorded my team breakdown like 2 or 3 days ago, so I can't remember what all I mentioned, but I think I noted that this was super telegraphed and that you were gonna be ready for it. Because like not only did I do it in week 1, I mean it's just this is how you beat Charizard, right? Is you just take away the weather.
Yeah. And I didn't think you were gonna bring snow. Did you draft Vanillix just for like Mamoswine and like matchups where like Icicle Crash spam is advantageous, or is it just kind of like you had that many points left over? And
so no, I took Vanillix because I had a few different plans. One is that I had originally planned on taking the Greninja, but as things changed, that ended up not being my plan anymore. Because I wanted to just do like dual Blizzard spam as an option.
Okay. Yeah.
But then Vanillix ended up staying on my radar, even though Greninja dropped, because I still wanted control over the weather. And then Vanillix also just like, even though it has like one set, that one set just does so many things. You can click Blizzard, you can get speed control, you can set Aurora Veil. Like it is kind of like a one-size-fits-all tool.
Yeah. And the only thing that I think I wasn't ready for was Haze. I was expecting you to do like setup Prem again. But not that really mattered.
If you don't mind, I have one more person to shout out as the reason I brought Haze. One PokeAim MD decided that he was gonna play Mega Slowbro, and his set was Iron Defense Amnesia.
Yeah. Okay. I was actually like very considering bringing the Slowbro, just because like I wasn't faster than Lop, and Lop is like really good into my team, so I was thinking like setting tailwind would be good, and I'd be able to just like win the speed for a couple turns. Like I didn't see like you bringing any speed control really, and yeah. So I like heavily considered doing like a tail ring team, and I probably should have. I think the like fairy mode that I was bringing wasn't the right call, and I think I brought that just for like neutral damage into Prim.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have a whole lot else that would like do good into that.
So Sylveon was not anything I was expecting you to bring because it just really does not do well in my team. Like it has like it's super effective against Lopunny, and that's cool. It has like neutral damage against a few of my other threats, but like I have because you can always guess what I'm gonna bring, but you never know for sure. So like I have Volcarona, I have Ceruledge, I have the Aegislash, I have a lot of things that just resist it and just completely blank the slot. So I figured you weren't bringing that, and to see it, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought it was okay to bring. Like I was hoping to just like set up a Calm Mind and start ripping Hyper Voices.
yeah.
As long as like your Aegislash wasn't out. But yeah, that didn't work as well as I was expecting it to do. I should have brought maybe the Mega Slowbro or like even Gliscor. I don't know.
Okay, so you did have the Accelerock on the Lycanroc, because I figured you must have. It's just such a good move on him, but you just never clicked it, and I'm like, does he have it or not? I just want to know.
Yeah. So it didn't ever come up like where I thought that it was gonna do well, and I think whatever game 2 I was like really just trying to click Rock Slide on it again. I kind of figured the Shadow Sneak would come, but I was like hoping that you, I guess, read too much into it and then did like King Shield on the turn. I think. I know I just played this match, but it's like escaping me at the moment.
Yeah.
Like what actually went down. I think it was that like where I really needed like damage on Prim, so I tried to go greed for the Rock Slide, but I could have done like Excel Rock into Prim. I don't know. But that was kind of like my thought process on that turn, basically.
What was the Yachi Berry for?
That's for. I think it's for the Triple Axle and the Mamoswine.
Does it do one or all
for,
of the hits for Triple Axle?
Just the one hit. I don't think it's necessarily the Triple Axle. Like I think I'd have to get a little lucky on that. It was mainly for like the Ice Shard.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because I was wondering like maybe you would lead with that and then like be able to just pick up like a really cheeky kill with Ice Shard.
Yeah, and I can also send this to you. This is what I practiced against. We did eventually. So this is what this is what my friend came up with, and to use. After I got a look at it, I did tell him to switch the Mental Herb over to Fairy Feather because that's what I thought it would be.
That's what it was originally, but I brought the Sylveon instead, so
yeah,
I switched it. Yeah, honestly, the Yachi Berry was just kind of like I had Sash elsewhere and I had the Fairy Feather elsewhere, so that was just like the only thing that kind of made sense was having it, so you couldn't just snipe it with like Mamoswine because I didn't know if it was something like where it survived and had low HP, and then I switched it out and then brought it back, but you could like revenge kill it with Ice Shard. I just kind of wanted to like minimize that from happening because that was like the main priority move that I could stop, I guess. It's not an amazing reason, but that's kind of the thought process there.
Okay, and we have a pretty normal set on the Basque female. It just like this is the Basque Legion male set.
Yeah. I wanted to just click Last Respects, and
yeah.
But I also kind of wanted to like not do that until the until the Lopunny was gone.
Mhm.
The double shadow sneak was really good into it, and it definitely stopped that from like running away with anything.
Yeah, it was really nice. I noticed that. So the lead that I ran into that was just giving me an insane amount of trouble, because there was no guaranteed way for me to win that lead. I just had to call it right. Was Whimsicott plus Basculegion female, because it can always flip turn. In the set that I was running against, it could Shadow Ball, which I did EV that it wouldn't be able to kill my Cerule Edge, but it still did a lot, and put it in range of Accelerock. It also had Muddy Water, which if Muddy Water gets the accuracy drop on Lopunny, I mean, I realistically can only click close combat at that point, because Triple Axle's not hitting all three. Giga Impact is a huge risk.
It has like what 73% chance of hitting all three, something like that. It's basically like Focus Blast territory.
Yeah, pretty much. And then the fact that Hyper Beam and Giga Impact are that bad of moves, and they also have to suffer being 90% accuracy, is just crazy to me.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. So
I was praying, because like I knew if I revealed Giga Impact and I missed, like sure, Lopunny would be able to move again, but now you know what's about to happen, and it was gonna work once, and that was it.
Yeah, I wasn't really expecting that. And I don't even know, like, I mean, Charizard isn't that crazy. Like, if you ran, what else does Lopunny run? Just like Double Edge. Like, I think Double Edge would have picked it up there.
Yeah, one of the things that my buddy was doing that was a little different, and I actually like your version better, is he was running the normal like ranked Charizard Y set. Like obviously the EVs are whatever they were. I'm just talking like the moves. He was running Heat Wave, Weather Ball, Solar Beam, and since he knew that I was going to be bringing Prankster Rain Dance, I felt like that was just really bad. But he was very, very convinced that this is what it was going to be, and he said that in pretty much in every situation that he wanted to click Air Slash, he'd rather click Weather Ball, and I just very much disagreed, because once the rain is up, like yeah, sure you can hit Water type Weather Balls, but Air Slash is also just really good to be able to click in rain.
Air Slash was like specifically for the Lopunny, and then I didn't run Heat Wave because I didn't want Cerule Edge just to get free
bonuses,
free fire, flash fire, and like that's just so easy to like, even if you don't have Cerule Edge on the field, like I know you're gonna switch it in, just because it like really counters Charizard Y.
Yeah, I did know that like if you were the regular set, then like you had to bring Air Slash, because if you were the regular set, then I just send in Cerule Edge, and if Zard Y is your last mon, you'd toast. Like I blanked the whole slot.
Yeah. So yeah, and you know, like right when we started this call, I said something to the effect of how I should have brought Slowbro in the Ice Car. And yeah, here it is in the prep team. So
yep.
That's kind of funny. Yeah, I don't think I have any other comments other than the ones that I brought up.
Well, I will say that it was a very fun match. I will say sorry for the crit in game 1, because I looked it up, and let me take a look. You're max HP, right? Pretty much. Yeah, it did matter. Like you were gonna live in Ironhead.
That was for the Sylveon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like there was obviously going to be a chance that you could still win, because I didn't even see what was the last mon.
It was Zard. But...
Yeah, I had to assume it was Zard. There was a chance you could have won from that point. I think I was still looking pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if Sylveon lived and I could bring Zard out, but like with just Zard and like Cerule Edge on the field.
No, I knew once it was just Zard, like yeah, that. But without the crit, if Sylveon were still there, then I'm not sure where that game would have gone. There was definitely a chance.
Yeah, because I could have did like weather ball, hyper voice,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think you just played really well and kind of had me.
I appreciate it, and let me tell you, I mean, I didn't know what to expect from Gudra. I will say big props on that set because I really just like I don't know what to expect from this thing, and no matter what he does, he's gonna catch me off guard. And sure enough, like you just whip out a thunderbolt, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, it learns a lot of coverage moves. So.
I the moment you the moment you started clicking thunderbolt, I mean, you'll see if you check back the video. I was searching through like, all right, Cerule Edge is coming in. What water moves does this guy learn?
Yeah. Yeah, I will watch it back and it'll be funny. And you can watch you can see my
Yep.
face.
Oh,
Especially
you do the
when-
face cam?
Yes, yes.
Oh, nice. All right. Well, very awesome game, and much appreciate the interview.
Yes, sir. And I will see you in the playoffs, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
All right. Sounds good. See ya, man.
See ya. And there we have it. That is the end of week 2. Very interesting team. I personally, I don't think that the Sylveon was the right choice, but he obviously had some big plans surrounding it. Calm Mind was certainly a very threatening choice that could have run away with the game if I had allowed it to. So while I don't like the pick as much, it doesn't mean that it wasn't going to work. So glad that we managed to pull it through. Glad that we managed to take another W. Doing a lot better than we did last season. Feeling confident, and even a loss at this point, it's not going to shake my confidence. We're doing good. I'm feeling very happy with the way that I've performed, and it was a very well played game on both sides. So that is always like a good feeling to know that we went out there, we both gave it our best, we duked it out, and here we are. So once again, thank you to my opponents. Fair. Thank you, More Better. However you would like to be referred to. But we are not done yet. It is 2 weeks. Now on to week number 3. Against OB's team. The team with no name. I will see you in the next one.